stuck in my body. I can't. It's fucking pulling my face in. If someone's watching, like, say hi. I can't even say what I'm thinking. That's how sick I am. Like, if it's you that's watching the same girl that was yesterday or whoever that was, and then before, two people that said hi. No, just you. Like, and then, like, you never know who's watching and could be talking to some random person, you know. Just fine, too. That's fine. It's all in my head. What I just did, it was, like, literally, like, an evolutionary tactic. Like, it doesn't matter who's watching it. Like, if the same person as yesterday, like, I can't even talk, it has my face, like, there's like a thing with like how people look where like there's this game with like related to beauty, like you can't, like I'm stuck behind this machine, like because I'm stuck in my body, like I'm like putting on an act because there's a viewer there, like it's another thing, like the body locks up, and then when you're in a beauty state, like it doesn't, you're in this state, you have to like, when you're in a sick state, it's almost like you have to like you can be like weird and private, but then when you're out in public, like it shows that's a weakness, and that's related to evolution too, like reproduction, or like just the person that's in the weaker state, like you don't want to associate with them. Like, so that's the cold truth of it. It's the cold truth of it. Like even when I say that, there's like a thing where I don't want like my body, and I'm like trying to like palate it, and then if I was alone on video, I could say it in a harsher like. That's the game of this shit. But also, what I went through with my life, like I went no weird. Like this is like one of the weirdest situations that's probably ever happened to a person. Like I have a hernia, and then my body didn't develop. But then you could look at other people too, and they're still like alive and developed, but the body's changed, and that's another form of like. I'm curious how much you can enjoy life in these certain states and whatnot. I don't know. I don't know what to believe. I really don't. Maybe we are just overstimulated. Like I'm in this like deformed state right now, and I'm not getting the dopamine benefits I just got. I think I'm lying to myself, and it isn't as much about because beauty goes hand in hand with like how like your health of how the machine works. But it isn't that simple. Like what I went through with my life, like I was born with the hernia, and I let myself snowball in this trajectory with technology now, and I just lay in bed. And like something happened to me that hasn't happened to many people, or like I'm in this like different sort of body. Like I watched everyone just grow past me, and like I don't like. This is what I mean about like where people go through things in different ways. I've noticed a lot of you. There's a game always happening, but when you're in a healthy state, it's more about what you say to the. But that's also not real. Like I'm in this state now, and like I could not say anything, and it's almost like they can detect. And then when you're in this beautiful state, it's like this disguise where you're allowed to think that, but the person's respecting that person. But me getting it just like right now, it just moved, and it's like it locks my brain like the moment it does that. My face moved and deformed more like. I just had something I was gonna say and I forgot it. I didn't forget it, like my machine just stopped working, like it's all linked in that way, like what I just said where they don't respect. I had a thing I was gonna say, like a smart thing about the. Like I watched everyone like outgrow me, and like I'm not in this. I've always looked at people's faces and like hearing their voices, I can tell they have normal stomachs, and with what I went through, the lack of oxygen, it's like your body does. Like people with hernias, I like people live with them and people go through things in different ways. Like my dad has a hernia and he's a grown man, and then you see some kids that like don't have hernias and they just like the nutrition. There's a million factors to everything. So it's like with what I went through, like I let the technology err, and it's not as simple as that. Like I laid in bed, like and you have to pick each thing. This person did this and that caused that. Like all this happened to me, and I'm curious, and I'm like giving it a general like mental health state of this era where like people are more miserable and like prone to getting fat and like staying inside now. And I'm like talking about all this where I'm like ignoring the religion of like I don't know what to believe. I do not know what to believe. It's just a feeling right now when I'm saying this. I'm this like this cold like I'm not saying what I'm really thinking, but I am. Like I don't know what to do with this. Cause I am in a sick, dying body, and like nobody can see. Like I'm smarter than everybody. It seems like I don't even mean to say that, and then I'm not in my sick state. This is why I want someone to see this. Cause I just want this to end. Like I am in it. Like even my doctor, like she is a good person, but she hasn't known what I've went through. And then when it like if they watch this, they just think I'm stuck. And then like, dude, I don't want to show. Like the way society is, if you just say passing thoughts, like I'm in a dying body, and like also I noticed a lot of people in Nova Scotia like we deform like you. This is like really superficial, but this is a game I've noticed where there's a hierarchy game being played, and you look at people that are local in it, like what I went through. Like I know I look good, but I went in this different trajectory, and if you look at people in different areas of the world, like like now, like you can like you look like extras, and it's like people with money look better, and I don't know what to say. I don't know what to believe because I'm sounding like superficial, but it is like how your body looks is like all the core of this. But then when I go to religion, this goes away, so I don't know what to believe. But I'm in a sick body, and I'm thinking all this from the perspective of a sick body, and I feel like I'm lying to myself right now to like make it like I'm not talking about the superficialness. Like I'm in a sick body, and what I said, there's like this game I'm feeling all the time in the sick body with other people where you like can't coexist because there's this hierarchy game where like if you're better looking, they like it's like they can't see. And then when you're like in this state, it like makes you argue. It like makes everybody argue. And even now when I'm saying this, like I'm trying to be as real as possible. Like, I know someone's watching, so I can't like. I don't know where the unfilteredness ends. Like this is important. Like even now, like I'm not letting myself loose. Like I have been stuck in my body my whole life. We can do these rigid systems for people where they don't go through what I went through. Like a hernia, we get like everything with surgeries and that. Like the organicness of life. That's what I'm feeling now. Back off on the detox, and I'm not overstimulated. Like I'm feeling like this also happens when I get high, so I could be projecting that. We can test it. Like everyone's brain fried from overstimulation. But like I picked up the book and like I see the pen. I seen the pen beside me, and I'm like, oh, it's a pen. Like it has a point, and it's like you're feeling like every little like I gotta move this, and you're noticing. I can't. It's hard for me to put this into words. You're feeling like every oneness of everything. Or like you pick up a book, you're like, this is a book, but it's not. You're like, it's matter, and you feel each thing. Like I don't know many people that talk like this, bro. Like, but I'm so sick. I do not know what to believe. I'm on a different. But then there are people like I'm in a sick body, like, and people are not real. And there's a thing when you get this out, it actually frees people to talk like this. But then I'm still thinking I'm like giving into the superficiality of life. Because I'm not going towards religion now, and I'm in this sick body. But I've noticed, like me and Dave, my friend David, had to talk about this. We're like, I'm hot. And David had to talk about this, where he was saying, like, how can I unconditionally love? And I actually think a lot of people don't feel the bad things you're feeling about them unless you're in a body where they respect it, and then it's like this game with that. Like it's like they notice and then they follow, and then when you're in this state, it's like they're deflecting. It isn't like this at all. It is like that, but it's like I'm hard to put into words with that, and I just lost it. Like even on this thing where like when you're in a beautiful state, like you're able to coexist, but when I'm in this smart state, when I say all this, it's like people don't want to like be bookish. It's like beauty your brains kind of thing where like I'm saying all this and like nobody's hearing it. But that's not true at all. Someone could sit down and watch it. But it's almost like me being this is not also not all the way true, but it seems to feel this way. Or like when I'm writing, like it's making me talk more than I can live with people because I'm in this sick body, and that's what you notice about like more like bookish people. I don't know what to believe, and I'm still doing valuable things. Like, I don't know what to believe. But this is all the wiring and what I said before about, oh yeah, well this is what it was with the deflecting and if they respect you, there's a thing. And also, I'm so sick, my mind controls me. Like, I'm just in this body and my mind is going and it just takes me. Like, even in my body, when I'm near people, I'm so in tune to them. Like, it makes me be them. It makes me be what they're projecting. Like, I am connected in this way, like every person. It makes me be them. Not be them, but like there's like this fucking thing. Like it's not the hand is not like it's nothing that it's like I can't describe it. Like there's like this thing like I am so connected, but I'm in a sick body and I've broken out of my sick body. When I break out of the sick body, like and it's related to beauty too with that. And that's a gross thing to say because I'm a good person and like but when I'm in that state above in that state like it's like you're a magnet for people but also I've been in healthy states where like I don't have high testosterone but I don't know what to believe because I didn't have a high testosterone then, so this is what I mean about like everybody's body on this trajectory. There's a thing with like what I mean by trajectory is just people developing properly. Like I am in a sick body, but people live with hernias, and it's making me do this face like I'm lying. Like it isn't like I don't know what to think because I'm thinking these fucked up thoughts, but I'm stuck in my body. Like I do not know what to believe. Like I'm stuck in my body because I'm dead. Like this is very important. This is recorded. Like I have been stuck in my body my whole fucking life. And it's like everyone I'm around, it's like I'm not on their grid because I'm in this sick body, man. This is very fucking important that this is recorded. And this is what I wanted to happen with this. Like, and also like me, people knowing this, it doesn't seem to change much because I'm still in this body. Like, here it came back to me with the deflecting. What I said, where you respect them. I just lost it. My brain is so sick in my body, and this could be genetic. I've known, but they don't seem to say this. Like when I just said I got it, and then I said deflect, it took me on the other thought. It took me to that thought, and I couldn't stay on that last thought. And it's related to like my sick body, or like this thing where like I've always felt everybody, my whole life. Like I can feel everybody, but I cannot show them that I can feel that because I'm in this sick body. And when I talk to people, this is like nothing. I do not mean this. It's like I'm so much more intelligent than everybody, but I'm in this sick body that like me being in the sick body when I'm near people, my body locks because I'm right. My body's right about what it's feeling about them, but they're unaware of their own unawareness. I do not mean this to hurt anybody. Like, this is what I've always went through. And like here I just got it back and I'm not gonna jump to the other thought. The progression, and I said deflect, I just caught and remembered progression. But the progression of development, I just lost it. The progression, and then I look, there's a thing where like, an hour is a good, like, see that's the thing, like it gets to a point where it is too much, but it's always like I'm always just talking more than I can live because I'm in this sick body. So it's like, But I do seem to think things of value, but people don't seem to care about this because it's just the way it is. It's like, you don't read, right? Like, you could get through a lot of videos where you're like reading. You can read quite a bit. It is just what your brain's exposed to. If I did 30 minutes of these, they would just keep going because I never end. But what I meant about the development is I developed so much different than everybody that, like, yeah, I just lost. Oh my god, maybe it'll come back. I seem to get these surges, but I'm curious if it's religion because it seems to happen, but then it's like I'm in this sick body. It's like, this is very important. I recorded this. I don't know how long I should make it because people don't watch the videos that are over like 30 or 20, but that's not real either. What I'm saying, they don't watch them after that point. Every person is different, and it isn't as simple as like, oh, everybody's attention span is this. If you look at each person, there's a cause causing each thing to happen in the body, and it's not as. This is what me and David talk about with saying bipolar is not real. Like, there's this thing about that I can't put in like, and I say to my friend too, I don't want to, like, I'm being dead serious when I say I don't think people like things, I'm being dead serious. But, like, when I say it, there's a thing with my friend where, like, he deflects a bit. And if I showed him this, he may get mad. Like, it's like this thing where, like, I'm being, like, there's this feeling I have about that. And then also me saying this right now, being near someone that, like, if he thinks he's right, like, not right. There's this tension game, like, right when I'm saying this. My body's getting hot because I'm in a sick body where I'm so connected to everybody. I can, like, feel when an argument's gonna happen. It's like, I don't mean it like when it, like, even if he's like, I don't believe in people being wrong, too. Or there's, like, this thing about bravery. I don't know what the hell to do. Like, there's a thing regarding all this. Like, I'm in this sick body, so the things I'm feeling that seem to be true, I can't show them to people. So, like, and it's also not that, but it isn't that. But I know the feeling what I'm feeling, and I know it seems to be right. I don't believe right and wrong, but I think it's right. And when I say I don't believe right and wrong, I just have this. I just lie, and then I'm like copping up when I'm not copping up. Like, I'm just getting these feelings through my body, man. And like, people hearing this are gonna think I'm crazy. They don't say crazy's real. Like, oh my god. Oh god. When we say we don't think the bipolar is real, and then I'll go to the liking. Like, it's because you read these sheets in the hospital, and this is something I've always felt but never been able to express. Like, I do not mean any disrespect. I'm trying to be, and I've always thought this, and when I'm in my sick state, when I'm near people, when I say it makes me be them, what they think, like, I'm stuck in my body. And it's like I'm stuck to everybody. Like, when I'm near them, like, my body locks, and it's like I can't, even, and then when I say the same thing in a more healthy, beautiful state, everybody listens. But I also can't. I don't say it. But it's like I was in the hospital with some doctor, and like the moment like I say no, I don't think, when you say you don't think there's something wrong, and they keep testing you, not finding it. There was this thing with him where like my body made me do the things that look like, and I'm stuck under what they think is right. When I do have cancer. And I'm like, and then when I say that, like, my face makes me look like I'm saying I have it when I don't, and thinking I have it when I don't. I'm being dead serious, and it's making this happen right now. My face, like, and you, like, me and David talk about this. This is fucked up. It's making me, like, my face is like I'm stuck in my body, and even your face is like, we're in these machines, like, but like other people that get deformed, right? Like, they still like have use of their bodies, and that's not true. Everything's delivering. Maybe their mind still works to be able to. I don't know. Maybe they are trapped in their bodies, like. What me and David talk about, we don't think bipolar, and these things are real. I agree. Like it's hard to put this into words for like a doctor to listen and not say, no, you're crazy. Not they don't believe in crazy, and that's another thing where I've always known crazy isn't real either. There's things happening in the body that cause each thing to happen, and there's a thing with we don't think bipolar and that's real because like you read like it's making me. It's like I literally like I am so connected to the universe when I'm around people. It's making me be what they think, where they think, and like we can test this stuff, and I'm down for it. So like I have OCD, but my OCD and I reject the medication. I'm doing like the typical thing, where I'm rejecting the medication too. Where it's like I am in a sick body, and like my face is somewhat like how it is. But then if you look at people, everybody's local, and like everybody in each area, like we do look like that. Or it's like everybody's trying to compare themselves. But I'm also seeing this game that not everybody sees, even when people are on medication. Like parents don't seem to see the people that are it. They don't like they're not there to see it. It's like there's a Da Vinci. Like it isn't that quote. It's fucking way deeper. I'm stuck in my body. Like the trajectory of what I'm talking about is like everybody developed normally, and I'm in the behind, like truncated in this sick body. Like, and I just lost. The bipolar. Like, we don't think the bipolar is real because like there's things that are hard to touch on where they're dark, like the breeding contest, and that it's like everything changes moment to moment. I've got these moments where like I'm doing things, and it's like the bipolar doesn't apply. That the words don't work right now. That's a bad way to describe it. Like you read the symptom list, and I've always thought this too. Like when you're in a smart body, you look at the current world. Like this is one thing I've always noticed, as it's like this lower form of like what's actually happening, and then you imagine 1,000 years from now when we actually like make changes when we keep testing things. It's like the generation we lived in now, they didn't change quick enough. So like the people that live within the fake progress die out. And like you have to be the catalyst to say this isn't real. But also what like here's another thing. It isn't that at all because life just keeps going anywhere. And like they're testing things. And Steve Jobs talked, but this also isn't real. Like we're are on an earth now. This isn't the case with everything. Specific things. I'm in this sick body where like I'm not on this one. There's a thing now, like we're also in these bodies that can only perceive what we can perceive, but the things within what we're in now, we seem to, this doesn't mean nothing. There could be something outside of our brain's ability to perceive it around us. It's like, but I'm also feeling the world on an organic scale too, where it's like I don't believe in that, but no, I do believe in that in scientific terms. But then when people talk about spiritual realms and stuff, like maybe I'm not in tune with that. I don't believe in that. Even what I'm saying with that, I don't believe in that. When I'm saying like maybe I'm not in tune with that, I don't even believe what I just said. It isn't that. It isn't as like I'm in tune with that. The woo 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 that I'm stuck in my body. And now I'm on this rant where it's like I'm just trying to get in. Now it makes me talk like this when I sit. And I take it. I'm stuck in my body, man. And like me and David talk about bipolar not being real because, and this goes back to what I just said, I lose it and get it back. The progression, or I said like it's like we're progressing, like time takes care of things. Like people are still, but we have so many people now. Like if we don't nuke ourselves, like what we can perceive, this doesn't mean anything. Because there can be things outside of our perception, but what we're perceiving, we seem to be making developmental progress at a crazy rate because of the phones and everything now, where time is fixing a lot of people's problems just because people live here, and there's so many people just doing that. So like when I say like I'm the catalyst for this new idea, like that new idea will probably be independently discovered outside of me or whoever. That doesn't make any what I just said. Like I mean independently discovered, like Like what I'm thinking right now, like it'll probably be independently discovered by someone else, but I bet a lot of people could. And now I'm trying to dumb it down too, like it isn't that. Like it might just be one or two people. Or like things that are discovered. It's like this trail that leads you, and like the more reading you do, the better foundation you have to web on these new thoughts. That's why it's good to write everything down, because you can lead people on a route to fix things. It's like Neuralink wants to download that. We take time putting work in. There's some like people like me, I seem to feel the mechanics of what's happening, but now I'm in an ugly, deformed state. I don't even mean to say ugly, but like I want it to be unfiltered with the, like I'm in this ugly deformed state. Like you become the machine of what you are, and everybody seems to know this. No, they don't. But like we do seem to know that. Look, I seem that seems to be more of a like a realist approach to life. Or like I'm in this sick body that like everything's woo woo, and I can't exist on like the 1-2 of life, not the 1-2 1. Like I'm like saying words that don't even exist. And like now, but I know like right, it isn't that. It's like you're communicating what the fuck you mean, like 1-2. But like there's a thing with that. It's like I can't like exist in life where it's like I'm seeing, but also I'm noticing a lot of people are in the game too and they're healthy. So it's like I don't know what to believe. With the bipolar and the not liking, like I'll be like right now, like there's a room with matter, or like I'm watching a movie and like I can't put this into words, but like the liking, like I don't know what that means, because this is what I mean by this. I can't put this into words. I'll be like changing my perception on what I like. Where like if I lived a life that was like Kanye, like where he like has the aesthetic of his life. Like if he did one thing that was different, it would change the whole package. Or it's like even like listening to music, like Earl talks about that, where he's like he didn't know the album was bad, and I like did this thing now that I'm in a sick body. It's like I went like that, and it's like my body fake, like did the typical thing that everyone does, because I'm like it's like makes me do what other people do, even though my body's knowing I'm doing that. Like I went like this, and it's like I just suddenly thought of it, but I didn't. It just made me do that mannerism, cause I'm in a sick body. Like even like the ugly thing with the deformity, like I'm stuck in my body. So like when I talk like this, it makes me sound like in this mean tone. I mean, you want to keep talking at people because you can't live your own life because you're in this sick body. This is like I don't know if anyone has went through exactly what I went through here, and I think maybe a lot of people do. Where like it isn't as simple as the health. Like if you're in a deformed body, like people treat you different, and you're like an outcast. But I've been around everybody my whole life. Where like you feel like staying with certain people, the excitement, and then there's like this thing where you're like, oh, it's just in and out of everybody's life. The progression and the bipolar and the liking thing is like I'll be watching something. I can't put this into words about like I don't think people like stuff. Like even making music, like if I made music, I'd make a million different versions, but not as simple as like version like that. Where it's like these are sounds like and you're like in a body that's perceiving it in a brain at different states, and then you can like change your perception. So like if you hear wood or the metal, it can exist in that, and you're like, and sometimes you'll be like, oh, I like the metal, I want to vibe with the metal because it's raw, and then I want to listen to more pop sounds. But then you also think too, and then you think about life in the organic state where it is like it isn't the metal and it isn't the pop. These are fucking organic sounds in this fucking rock we're on. And it's like that doesn't explain the liking. But like the liking, like I'll be watching something, I'm having like I'll have like I'll be listening to music and like have like related to the person's voice, like it's like sexual too, or like Morrissey talks about that, where like everybody's in these developed, mature bodies where it's like you're listening and like that's what you're feeling, but depending on your state too, and then you embrace it. And you could also do that same vocal line melody with an instrument, or it's like, and then we like music too, like it being about where like they don't make it about how the person looks, and I agree with that. That's the way to live life and like treat it like that in a moral way. And the people with that power that look good and like the people we idolize and that, like, or like, and then when you say idolize too, where it's like there are people you like you watch them. I don't even think it's as simple as that too. Like the things we watch, that's all we know. So it's like, oh, this is here now. Let me focus on that. I don't know if that's related to the dopamine detox or like I'm in this sick state, and then when I get air relating to the dopamine, it's like you can like shift off of like watching the world happen, and you're in the world happening, and everybody's magneted on you. Or like the liking thing. Like I'll be watching stuff and thinking a million different things that I can't really put into words. Like a Harry Potter intro, like each one's different, dark, light to dark, and there's like different vibes, and I'm thinking like, how could I make the perfect thing? But that isn't real because there's just organic happenings. Like you're watching a person that's in a body be recorded, and there's a million things that happen with their body. Even music, when you're hearing it, like I'll listen to like hard stuff and I'll like embrace like there'll be something like my body doesn't seem to like grunge music, but I don't believe in liking. And then when I get air, and it's like the grunge in that, not liking things, isn't related to the actual music itself. It's actually like about survival and the primitive aspects of life too. Where like when you're hearing a more harsh sound, or like things that are gross, like the people that aren't in this wonder or like say like people that are more cool and like things aesthetically a certain way. But this is to me, I've noticed when I look at things that are like hard for me to watch, the more but I seem to not always go away, but the more I do it, I seem to come back. But there's some people that just hear it, and it's like their brain's just repulsed by it. Like it's not about the music at all, really. It's the matter. But then you can embrace it. And then when I get air sometimes, like I'm able to view things from a different state, and then it looked like I just discovered like what I'm saying because I'm stuck in my body, and like I'm stuck, and then I get out and like I'm stuck in my body. This is very fucking good. It made me just stuck, and I sounded like weird there, and there's like this primitive game with this shit. I do not know what the fuck to believe, man. Cause I'm in this sick body, so like I don't like, and this is another thing about the liking and the or like the progression of what I'm talking about, like where I'm in this sick body and I'm feeling the superficial game happening, where it isn't always about that. You can continue just living life morally, which I do, and like it's like I'm just feeling it more so, and it's just part of it. And there's people that are in it, but I've never like I've had tiny times where I've acted on them, but I haven't. And I have all these things that I could do that people do to me, like kind of just throw it out because they're in these healthy bodies where they can say things at you because like the body doesn't respect them. This is really dark shit. This is what life is like in my state. Like they're saying dark shit to me, but they're unaware of it. Like it's not dark at all. Even like the things they're just assessing. But I'm in this sick body, and like I'm feeling things about everything. But it's like I can't say it because everybody just deflects it back. Like there's some things I've never said that are like really would be, but there's a thing when you're in this state where people don't respect what you say. This is really dark shit, and like I don't even like going here because it is the truth of what's happening. It's like, and like I do like going here because it's what, and then I try to do this like nice guy thing where I'm like I don't want to go into that, because I think it is like dark shit, man. Like I'm in this sick body, and what I mean about me being in this sick body is like I'm curious if people feel the shit that you don't say at them. So, like there's a thing where like I've like existed silently, where like I'm smarter than some people. It seems like, and I'm in this state where like I am cooler or something, and I'll like have this quiet smirk about it, where like nobody seems to know. And like life seems to be like when you actually do the wrong thing at someone, you can feel it and you shouldn't. And I've always like I'm literally in a constant state of forgiveness because I'm literally feeling people's existences and getting mad that they're alive because they're less intelligent than me. And that's fucking dark, but that's how I've always felt. And it's not, they're more intelligent because I'm in this sick state. But they're also not about like the game of life that's happening. And it's like, I don't like, there's a Prince lyric. This is all really dark shit. It's not dark, like, shit, but like, and then I'm like trying to lessen the darkness. And like, then I'm curious if people feel what I'm feeling that are like in these healthy bodies that develop normally. And life just kind of happens. And then when you put people's sights on with this, what I'm going through and like this superficial lens, but I'm not superficial. It's like it makes you think like this when you're stuck in this sick state. But I'm also seeing it happen. So I don't know what the fuck to do. I do not know what the fuck. And everyone seems to forgive all the time. It seems to just be like this unspoken game. And this is where it gets like cold for people. And like it isn't all about this. Like it is about this, and there's this game happening. But like I'm in this sick body, and I'm curious if the people that aren't in this sick bodies that develop normally, they're on this plane where like it isn't as simple as like, oh, I don't need to be around that person. Like you can actually live your life, and the things that bother people are the things that you actually say. It's like then I'm like had this like existential crisis about being brave and honest and just saying the truth. And it's like I do not know what the fuck to do. We're like I'm in this sick body, and like there are some truths you should not say. And like I'm like in this sick body where I have to like just manage myself, and it's hard to say like I'm stuck in this sick body. The liking thing and the bipolar thing is me and David don't think that's real. Because you look this is like this isn't really the part of it. Like I never got to live my life because I've been sick, but like that's not real either. Even this like I'm like in this sick body, like none of this really matters. Cause it's like out of the control. Like we can do things to fix this, but most people don't go through what I went through. Is like, and I've watched everybody from this sick body my whole life, and I've just been in pain my whole life. It's like I don't know what to do about like, cause people seem to go through things in different ways. Like I don't know if people have went through what I went through here, man. Or like the liking, what I'm saying about the bipolar and the liking. I'm just like it like makes me talk stupid. The liking, the bipolar part. Like me and David don't think that's real, and I agree. Like like I have OCD sometimes. Like it comes to me when I'm less healthy, like and there's clearly a cause happening for that to happen in that exact and I just for that to happen in that exact specific way. Or like you get OCD and like when it's happening there's something happening in the body. Or like most things we do in the world, like the way we test things currently is actually scary. Like we do a symptom and control, and like it's right. It's the only way because you can't pry into people's brains without like where the radiation affects it. Look and you know, like we look at these symptoms, and it's like the only way to do it. Like the way the world is now, it's like we're in a caveman era still, and that's not real because science is a never-ending catch-up. So like as we keep discovering, the faster we discover things, the better people's lives will be in the generation that we actually do it. But that's also the discovering doesn't matter too, because there's so many things happening. Like when they get mad at me in class and school and that, like I didn't believe in that. I'd like laugh at it. I would play it up because I was in the sick body and like I couldn't do the work. Like there's this thing where like there's so much stuff happening and I could do the work, but I'm in a sick body where like it wasn't retaining how it could. Like you can follow systems and do it. Like I am in this sick body. I just lost it because my Facebook. Like the thing with like the sick body is like everybody's like there's so much stuff happening where it's like it's not as simple as like you're not just paying attention or like you're ruminating on your thoughts. And I'm like saying that it looks like I'm getting back at doctors, but it's like it's not that fucking simple with what I went simple with what I went through. It's like I've been dying my whole life, but I've been observing everyone from this. I've not been dying my whole life, but I developed in a different trajectory. And they're like even me saying this, like if someone watches this, like there's a thing where like I've noticed with overstimulation and how you look, I'm curious if everybody's overstimulated. That's like a big fucking problem. Me dying right now, but it does seem to be with how you look too. But my development when I talked about everybody like grew me. Like I've seen people like that, and I realized I'm stuck behind my body. Like I'm hearing everyone talk, and they're in their bodies and like I hear their brains like they're aware and genuine, but I'm stuck behind my body and like I play up what I am because I'm stuck in this body. Like I would be in class listening to people and like saying it's that or this or that, you're this, you're that. I don't think life is as simple as that at all. Or it's like there's so many fucking things happening. It's like yeah, it is like you should pay attention in class, but like even class is like a noisy, that's stimulating, and like there's so many things happening, and that's also not real. Like I just discovered me being in silence, like a whole new world, and that may be a whole new world. The way the brain can develop, or like you're not in the state, you're taking in even more, and that's like a new baseline of what life should be. But then everyone doesn't want to be silent all the time. We gotta balance it. And then like you look like too rigid when you're making everyone do the same thing that seems to be right. It's like some people just live their lives. And like we are, and like there's a thing related to just the living your lives, or I'm talking about the experience of what's happening. Like since I'm in a sick body, like what I said about this is a book, this is that. It's like I can't like exist on like those are rocks. It's like I'm in this sick body and I'm just like making these fairy things in my head because I'm sick. And like I can't exist like on everyone else's plane because I'm in a sick body. Where it's like how simple it is about saying you have this, or like you're ruminating. There's so many things I'm thinking that are way deeper than like the basic things that people are saying. That it's like scary to me, but I can't show them I'm thinking that because I'm stuck in my body. Like this is one of the most important videos ever, brother. Like I've looked at most people in the world and I can see that they're not on this plane. But maybe that's not true and everybody has these fronts up. And then but like most people could take a private video like this and put it up. Or like there's this game when you're around people, but I'm in this sick body. Like the thing with the trajectory of people is we can fix everybody's problems. We're like there does seem to be a game with like how people look, but now we can do things to actually just help people with that. It's like the body change, but that isn't. It's not that simple because there's so much stuff happening. Someone could be overstimulated in an environment in a house that's a certain way. Cigarette that feds too much sugar one day. You're not occupying one thought one moment. You're in the class. You're like on a different you're on a different fucking thought pattern. This is what I mean about like things that happen. It's like there's so many things happening. Like when I was the way I was in school, like my life just got worse because I with the hernia and the junk food and how we stay inside now. It's like depending on how I was health wise in that moment, it just made me be that, and I could just wallow and sit in it. And it's like you're watching the world from this lens, and there's so much stuff happening. Everybody's brains being exposed to certain things. It's like this person's seeing this thing, this person's seeing this. I just lost it. And not everyone's gonna see a video like this. Or it's like this could go viral, probably, maybe. So I don't think of. But then I'm curious if people. And there's a thing too when you be real, like now with the animals we are. When you're in a lesson state where it looks like you're being, like I'm in this sick body where like when I'm in an uglier body, when I say the truth, it looks like I'm trying to like attack the person, and my body feels like that. It looks like you're trying to like, because they're better, you're jealous of them. It's this fucking game, like it is mad, man. But then like you can just sit silent, but like I'm in this sick body, and like if someone knew this, like the fucking, like the bipolar and the liking thing, like the bipolar is like me and David don't think that's real, and I don't. And it's not that simple when I say I don't. It just made me say it. I don't that way. But it's like this thing, like the symptom list, like agoraphobia. Like say something. Yes, you can actually. Like they have shown that the more you get out, but there's this thing where like I'm in this sick state when I'm around people, my body's tense. But then I just did the detox and it wasn't as bad. But it could be depending on how ugly you are. Or it's like there's a fucking primitive game happening all the time. Where like when you're around people, when you're in an ugly state, you're in the maintenance of them. Where you have to like everybody's on this different plane and like everything you do annoys them. It's just one thing I've noticed about like us being animals. Like this is like it's like the bipolar isn't as simple as that. Like I like thought bipolar, and then like as I got sicker and like I'm getting deformed and ugly, it's like the bipolar. It's like it doesn't. It's like it like goes with like the things that I thought were cool about bipolar. Really, oh, you're in a manic state. It's like you lose that. This is fucking dark shit, but it's the truth of what I've noticed. Like, and then when you think shit like that, and then when also you're in a healthy state, you can cry and like think about these fairy tale things that are relatable to people. Or it's like the truth doesn't like seems to be. This isn't true. What I'm saying, we're like I'm saying the truth seems to be cold, because you can educate people and program people. We're like yes, they understand. That's what schooling is. It's like yes, unprogram. But also there are things that seem to be we seem to notice as right. Or it's like, how can we make people happier? There are ways to do it. And it's like, I'm in this sick body, so I didn't develop properly. So I watch everyone exist. And there aren't many deformed. There are, because it is the cause and then the person's deformed. But like, you see most people, then like you're not around the deformed people because maybe they're locked away, or it's like this fucking game. Or like we're trying to nip shit like that in the bud where like people can live healthy lives. And like what I went through, like when you see people that go through stuff, they really stand out. Or it's like we're like nipping all those in the bud. But then you look, there's certain just causes that cause things. Like you see people, like how I look. There's this thing like you see these people that are like better looking than that, and you're like in this sick state. And like you know you look a certain way. But this is not the case for me. There's some people I notice that that's their baseline. Some people change. But I've been in this sick state where like depending on how I am, certain days, like I'm on that plane or not. And like I know what I could be, but I developed in this way. And I'm seeing people now that say, oh, you look like that or like that. And they think you are the state that you're in. Or like, yes. But if they pulled the hernia down, I would have been a completely different person. Or depending on what I did. Or it's like, now what happened? Like, I'm this person that's on, like, you say, what happened to him, kind of thing. It's like, it isn't that simple. And it's like, that seems to be a big thing, like the health and how people look. Or, like, people look. And it's funny to me because I don't seem to care about that. But I do. My body seems to care in the sick state. Then when I'm on the detox, I'm like an unconditional person. And I'm feeling that happen everywhere. But nobody mentions this shit. And it's like, yeah, what is it to mention? Because you can't fix it unless you literally change. And then what I'm saying too, where like I have these all the ideas to actually help people, the utopian aspect and shit. Like the main problem is like everyone's so like what I mean about the chaos of everything happening. When I was at certain ages, I would just say no. It's not this simple at all either. It's making me say it this way because I'm in a sick body. Like you be in the state where like when I was younger, like when I said I was just rowdy, I wouldn't just listen. And all these things are fucking. Now I'm picking it up later, and it's not as simple as that. Like you could have been reversed. There's a million fucking small, tiny, specific things happening 24/7. And it's like not that fucking simple. It is that fucking like simple as saying this is the cause, and we can describe everything scientifically where you go in and say, this is the cause for this happening. Let's fix it. It's like, and then there's so much shit happening. Like it's a cesspool of chaotic thinking. And it is like it isn't as simple as like saying that person that. It's like, this is what I mean about the bipolar. Like, there do seem to be symptoms and you have that. But me and David don't think that's real. And I agree. Like, the symptoms, like, even agoraphobia, like, making someone get out of the house, yes, you can get them in that routine. But it's like my life, I've felt things that, like, make that diagnosis seem funny. Like, seem almost amusing. Like, not right. In a almost like funny way to what my mind is capable of thinking to what the world has labeled. Like, I mean, I'll hear people give diagnoses about things and they'll say the thing itself seems to get rid of a thing. And yes, like when you do, yeah, with the compounds and there's a million things happening and it does seem, but there's a million ways you can test things too. Or there's this fucking game happening all the time. But I would not even put this video up if it would hurt somebody. Because maybe everybody lives in these healthy bodies, but like I develop differently. Like I'm here scared because people going on like it's this game when I'm so connected to the fucking universe. Like when someone comes near me, my body locks to them being near. But then there's a thing when someone's in an immature body, it's like you're trying to hide your immaturity from people. But these are really deep thoughts that like people aren't thinking. Maybe. Like the fake job thing, like, I mean no disrespect, but my doctor said, she said, what do you mean about fake job? And there's this thing like where I knew about how the world works, but like how absurd it is, or like the jobs are fake, but we don't have, like there's a thing that Cole and talk about, like yes we could amend communism, like we're like there are parts of communism that are bad. Like we can still have the material and like the things people think are part of life, or like we're just part of the cog in the wheel. Like you don't need nice clothes, you don't need all this shit. But if that crumbled down right now, like people would like maybe it would be a different world where it's like we should have these like purges, where like people can live their lives and like a better system, not a purge like the movie. That was just a way for me to say something in my head. Like I mean like. Like we could have these moments where like certain people work at certain times. Like I don't know if there's a system for this, and it's like I don't believe in work, because most of the jobs aren't real, and you're like forced to do things that are like purely for the material aspect. And then I'm talking about like the super, and a lot of the life itself is about the superficial aspect. And this is what I go back to what most people don't know. Like with communism, now we have a world where like we have this certain aesthetic about it, like the materialism and that. And if we went to communism, yes, communism would just happen, but people would be going insane because they knew that existed. And like there's a thing where I'm saying too, like when people don't have to be forced into a certain job to cause the wheel and cog to happen, the progression of nothing. But it is the progression of the beauty and the aesthetic, but like that's the game, and it's like that doesn't matter at the expense of people. But it does in this game. But I'm curious if you're in a wonder state, if that matters, because that's your exposure to more things. We seem to make that our baseline about life, where we're like, okay, this is how things are now in the beautiful way and that like the intellectual way. Where it's like we're not gonna go back from that now. And it's this game like like we do work fake jobs, and most people don't get that. Like me and David have always thought this, like, but it's hard. You can't put it into words, and you're just experiencing the world. And like everybody, most people don't seem to know this about the fake jobs, but it's hard to describe. Like you just have this feeling about like we're born into this place, and then it's like the Nirvana cover where the baby's in the pool with the fish hook and the money. And like you're just born into a place that's working out. It's like that's the system we have, right? Or it's like this is really good. This is recorded. It's like really important. Cause that people will get like even how I'm talking, like I look like I'm learning, like I'm retarded because I'm sick. So like I'm looking and I'm like looking weird at the camera because I'm in this sick body, man. Like I just want a quick death. I don't know if there are many people that existed like me. And there's a thing where I could say like I knew what I could have been, or like there aren't people that could have been like me, or would have been like me, and I know that. But I developed in this sick way where it's like it's not that simple either when I say everyone just developed, because there's a certain thing, you do something and then there's a cause in the body. And it isn't that simple either, where I'm like saying everybody developed. Yeah, I could say everybody developed, but you could say look at certain people, like if they live in an area and the cigarettes are like fried foods, they deform in a certain way and that. And people don't seem to get this, like the food aspect, and then like the meat's introduced too. But like I don't even mean to say this stuff like to bother anybody. It's just like what I've noticed from my sick body my whole fucking life. Like I am fucking connected to the fucking universe, but I'm in the sick body. And it doesn't matter, like even me saying this, like I just messaged my friend J-Mac, and he's saying I'm not sick, and if I could show him reasonably what I'm going through, he would agree with me. But it's like this thing where like everybody's seeing me and they've always seen me in this thing. Then I've had moments where people outside of what people are independently thinking, where like I'm going through this and I'm like each room is like this different thing where it's almost funny that you hear certain people talk about something and they're not exposed to what's happening. We're like, I know what has happened in private here, and he's right about me not being as sick as I think I am. Like I am dying, and I'm giving him the courtesy of me saying he's not. Like he is right. Like my mindset. Like even the last 5 years, like I could have got out, even if I'm dying now. Like he doesn't think I'm dying, but he's right about the mindset. We're like, even right now. Like, all it takes is the bone to cross, and then, like, I die, and I'm around everybody, and they don't know that happened, and it's scary, man. And I can't show them what happened, and then when I talk like this, they say, and I get it, like, they don't think there's something wrong with you, but if I could just show them, but I cannot show them because it's this organic madness that happened. And I'm so smart that, like it happened, and I can't, I'm stuck in my body. And I can't show them. And like so much has fucking happened. And like I've watched the world from this laughable sick state. Where it's like I'm curious if people have went through something like I've went through. Or like even deformed people that are stuck in wheelchairs. Like I'm curious what they feel like. That isn't as simple as a question as that. Or it's like what do they feel like? There's a million fucking factors. You could have like someone missing a part of their brain. every little part about the body. Like, that's, people are different in different ways, but then we're these changing matter things. Too, we're like, we can help everybody, and I have all these ideas to help everybody. But like, the main problem is like just getting them out is just this fucking mess. Like, I'm not saying anything I'm thinking. Like, I am stuck in this sick body my whole fucking life. And like, what I mean about the development of people, and like what I say when it's not that simple, most people I'm around, I notice, like, are on this forward trajectory with their body, like, because they have normal stomachs. But that's not, like, they have this baseline of who they are. But that's not the case, because the body changes. And like, it's scary that I'm talking this reasonably and cold about life when I could just die this week or month. And like, I'm just alone. Like, I'm just dying. And nobody can see it, man. It's so fucking hard, man. And like, you say this stuff. Like, that's fine. Like, they don't think I'm dying. And then I think I'm dying. And like, I can show what happened here. But I'm so sick I cannot seem to show it because I'm stuck in my body. Like, I'm curious, like, when I talk, I keep repeating myself, and it makes me repeat myself. There's a thing with the development, what I'm talking about. I just lost it. Like, I am this genius, but it isn't that simple. It's like, yeah, like, I'm in this state, but I am smart, but I also lived in a body that is sick. So, like, I went in this different trajectory, like, where, like, I have this thing where, like, I view the world and I know what I am. Like, I know what I could have been, but everybody sees themselves how they think they should be. But I knew what I was as a kid, where, like, I knew the trajectory. It isn't that simple. It's like, you do this thing and you look and, like, progress like that. But I'm watching everyone see me as this person that, like, I went in this trajectory as, which is fine. And it's like the movies where, like, they're not seeing me. Like, they're not seeing the real me. And it isn't that simple because we're in these organic bodies. But everybody I see, it's like, you're this, you're that. And the body changes. But I went in this way that, like, is different than everybody else because I'm in this sick body. So, like, they have their... And it's not that simple. But I'm just trying to get the intent across about, like, what the fuck happened there. But it isn't that, because, like, every cause causes. But, like, I see all my friends and I'm seeing people's faces. And they're like these normal faces, and I'm like this thing. And like the thing with me being sick too, like when I'm sitting here, my face is this stiff thing because I'm in this sick body. Where like, I'm like this stiff thing in my body, that's what I feel like, and I can't relax and show emotion. And I'm stuck, so my face just, I feel like I'm this thing trapped in skin. And everybody I go around, like, I'm so smart. Like, I'm so in tune with everybody, depending on the oxygen I get. Like, I'm in this sick body. I can explain it a lot simpler than I'm explaining it. Or it's like the organicness of the body, this happened, and, like, there's a thing with my insides being sick, the way I developed, and, like, how everything's so tense. Like, my doctor felt my neck, and she's like, why is it so tense? And she doesn't realize I'm in this sick body. And, like, the tensity is from that. And I'm also around everybody, where my body's tense because everybody's less intelligent. And when I say that, it looks like I'm wrong, and I have to, like, feel embarrassed about saying that. Like, I know I'm one of the smartest people ever, but I went in this different trajectory, and it's not that simple. Like I'm just trying to get the intent, but the intent isn't real. I'm such of an intellectual of, like, what is happening? I cannot explain it. Like, I have ideas to fix most things, but it's just this game of life, man. It's like I never, like, the liking and the progression. I'm trying to go back and explain more. Like the bipolar with the symptoms. There's a thing too, depending on how you look too, where, like, you, like, can't jump to new. You kind of wait it out. Like, the symptoms of the bipolar is, like, I'll hear people talk about something and they'll mention the thing helps the thing or that. Like, you hear people talk about bipolar, all these things that I'm feeling that are, like, cause happening. And I just said this before. Cause happening, that's happening because of a cause. That's it. But it's like, I'm in this world observing the world through this body that's, like, aware of all these things that, like, not everybody else is aware of. So we have this current society of like the standardization where I say people will probably discover this independently, but I know this and I'm watching the world from this lens. Because I'm sick, but I'm watching all these things. And it's like, but this also isn't the case. Everybody's brain's what they're exposed to. When me and my friend David talk about this, where I mean no disrespect with this, but most people aren't there on our level. Where like he mentions them where we get mad and like I'm in this sick body where like I'm feeling the deflection from everybody, but I also can't live on a state where I'm saying. And then when I say the same thing in a healthy state, they listen. But when I'm in this state, nobody listens. And if someone watched this right now, there's like this game where you send. If I sent this to somebody uncensored, there's like this thing where they like don't watch it because it's like too real. It's like there's like a fearing of losing things in life where like there's this current society now where like if you say stuff like this, there's like this game happening. Like we can actually help people, but there's this game and I see everybody. And if I put this out and this got mainstream and it was like an iconic video, yeah, it would change the world because everyone would focus on it. And like the people that just see like a passing video, it would be this thing where there would be people that ponder on it, then it would propagate. There were the people just from casual, have you seen that? And that would happen from that. Where it's like the people see what the people see, and that's another thing too with like smart people of the world. They'll be like, oh, the 6 million people have seen that. Like that's the people that have been exposed to that knowing. It's like we're these people in brains and like there's a thing where they talk about the smartness and the science of real life where it's like the information associated with the individual where there's this thing where you look at everybody as this matter individual thing smart people do and they say you and there's a thing I don't feel about that because I'm in this sick body or like I have like dehumanizing thoughts not like that not like vulgar like that type of thing where it's like I'm not thinking everybody is this like person brain and they're like all you as individuals okay but I'm in this sick body. It's like I do things like that. Like I don't know what to believe and it isn't as simple as how I'm saying it. It's like I don't know if there are people like me. I've just been in this sick body my whole life. People die every day and that's similar to the coldness of life, how it's like individual gone. And like I have all these ideas that would literally like make those certain things when people die not happen. They could not happen by the laws of physics. And life isn't that simple. People are disorders. But if they're inside a thing where the thing can't happen, the thing can never happen to them. But then we have these thoughts too where like the spiritual realm and all that, we think it's deeper than that. And it is like we're doing things and people are still going to do things on a moment's notice. But if we got a hold where we talk about banning guns and that, if we got a thing where we put a chip inside every gun and tracked every gun, people would find ways to weld it out. And we'd have to flag ways people make stuff, but people would do corruption where people would corruptly give them materials to make that, but also maybe having those materials too, like are used for good things, but then other people that want to do those good things, they have the option where they could do a bad thing, and it's this fucking cesspool of life. It's like most people don't think like this. They think in these 1-2 aspects of life where I am a genius, but I'm sick, and like I see everybody's minds working, and they're like people are intelligent in different ways. There's people that are smart. I'm not smart in this state. And like me and David seem to be like the only people. I don't know what to believe. I felt the world from this sick lens my whole life. And he said that. Like he said but it's also not as simple as that. There's like a network of life happening where we coexist with each other. And I can feel it from down here, but I'm not in it. And everybody's disguised in it. Like they're in it, and when you're in it, you're like have stuff to lose about it. So you're like in this disguise. This is really dark, and I had a like psychiatrist I would ran at like this, but before my face got deformed, where I had this force to it, and she was like looking at me like this because I'm curious if there are people out there like me that talk like this. I want to end this video and put it out because this would change the world. And it's like, I'm not saying like I have all, like we can fix all these problems, but it's just a mess. It's not as simple as that. To make people do the right thing, you got to conquer them, but there's no right thing because the science is the never-ending catch-up. Then people think religion's real. You don't want to take religion. You can let people believe that they want. And then we have these things that are the truth of what society is, and religion exists inside that. And it's like, then you have these, I do now know what the fuck to believe because even when I believed in astrology, I didn't. Like, I'm like jumping back and forth. It's like, this is what I'm talking about, liking stuff too. I'll be like, I like it, no. and I'll be like perceiving at the same time where it's like hard for me to put this into words. And the bipolar thing, like I've been sick my whole fucking life. I can't say the fake job thing because people don't understand my my rebuttal for why it's right. Like they're just deflecting it. Like everyone, like me and David talk about, like, and when we say we don't think most people are not mentally there, I mean no disrespect with that. Like it's just what's happening around us. Like we're like most people aren't there, and me and David are like seeing everybody say one thing, and it's like you jump to the next room, and it's like every person isn't there, and then they like zone in on you when you break. Like you're watching everybody happen around you, on these like puppet fucking like. I don't mean it like that. Like it's like the chess where, and then I've had, but it's not as simple as that. And then when I'm in a healthy state, I'm like, and I've seen people see me like that. Where it's like, I do now know what the fuck, and I've never said this to anybody in my fucking life because I can't get a mode in front of them because my body's scared they're in front of me. Because I'm in the sick body, it was like the development of the sick body. And then if I send this to people, I'm like scared to say this to people because it's like this game where it's like too unfiltered. But I also, I'm not scared to say it. I'm stuck in my sick body. Then when I get out, I can say it. Like, this is fucking, like, I have a viewer watching this. It's like, if someone's seen this, it doesn't matter. Like, I have all these things that can help people. Like, I'm watching people think they're right about things that don't seem to be true. And then I had moments where I thought I was right, but I didn't even occupy that thought where I thought I was right. I'm in this sick body. And then when I get out of the sick body, it's like I can have these wrong thoughts. And it's like I'm coexisting with everybody on, like, they're magneted to me. But that's never going to happen like how it is. Where, like, I'm in this sick body. Like, it isn't as simple as, like, what I went through. Like, you can help people. And you look at a lot of kids, too, and, like, you see the older people get, the more the body deforms because of industrialized society, and it's changing our body in these ways. And you can see it. The foods. It's like it's further from the whole plant or the whole thing. And it's like this thing about life where it's like, yes, we can keep the stores and that, but we can actually help people. Like, there's this game about life where, like, I've been in this sick body my whole fucking life, bro. It's like I can't show people I'm in this sick body. Like, I've had people, like, I have this whole other personality within the lens. Or, like, I'm watching everybody, but it's also not that simple. Because when I'm in a different state, it makes you a different personality. Like, the things I'm feeling are right to what is happening. Like, I have a really profound thought about this one. It's, like, so profound, I don't have words for it. Like, maybe they'll, like, I just said I didn't have words for stuff before and they came. It's like this, I'm on, it's like this friggin' game right now. Like, this is really good. This is good. Like, there's so much more to say, but then I lose it, and, like, depending on my face, and I was waiting for the detox where, like, depending on if my face didn't deform. When I did the detox, I had one day with oxygen where it was like everyone was kind of listening to me, but I'm still on this deformed state. It's like, this is like, life is like this cold thing, and like you meet the smart people and they're saying the right thing, and like life is this like you will die depending on the law science of what's happening, where like if you get too much radiation, like it'll mutate and you'll be cancer. And it's like, it's not the mutate, like there's things happening, and it isn't the radiation. Like even foods that are fresh, once you take it off, it starts to wilt. And it's like the current society of now, like how people's bodies change and people look certain ways, is because of the adaptableness to like what we've industrialized that we've eaten that deforms us. Or it's like this fucking game, man. Like most people don't know this, and I can't. I'm so sick. I get these streams and I lose them. Like I have a fucking cancer and it's just growing, and it's like literally a rock above your stomach, and it just keeps getting bigger. And this whole thing with my face, this is like, if a doctor watched this would change everything. It's like, and then like when you say this stuff, it's like so uncensored that like it's this game, and like we can all fix, like everybody complaining about things. Like there's nothing, the reason we complain is because we're in a system that's like causing these complaints, or we can make it healthy. Like the system needs it. For the capitalism is this slave system. We're in this fake ableist competition where like ableism is like your abilities and what, where it's like this fucking game. Like nobody's competing, nothing. It's this fucking game and everybody's miserable about it. It's like I don't believe in this capitalist system. It's like, but then if we had a system that was egalitarian and fair and we still kept materialism, people would that still wanted to do. But also, there's people that live their lives now to style people or make a landscape where it's like, which that's fine because like people seem to value that. But that's the system where we're like the competition of it. A lot of people that do a lot of things now. A lot of people that do things now is because the system allows that to be, or we're these primitive creatures on this rock. And the things we do a lot of our day is like the survival aspect, and the things we want to do that are like material based, where it isn't this simple, you just do a thing. We can speed up the process, but a lot of people that do things where like people make clothes and then the people that wear them and like just live their life, all these things happen underneath. Is because if there was a system where it was independent and say they wanted that, not everyone would be making them, but people also sort themselves if they can't exist with people in like the fucking game, or it's like this primitive game where like you follow that. Like if it could, like people would still do that. People would independently make clothes shops regardless if they were forced to work. It's like people would still want like choose to do that. It's like and like we have a system now where like you see things that are what they are now, and it's like schools that and we're like born into this world where we think that has to exist. Or it's like it's funny that schools exist because you can just put a camera. We could record every classroom, edit it for the privacy, and like take every recorded, because everything, even going to school, there's fucking a million things happening. Like every teacher's different, every environment's different. There's a million things happening thought to thought in your head where like everything's changing all the time. That what I mentioned before. Now I'm back in this like basic way of thinking. This is not how I'm thinking it. But there's so many things happening in a class that like what is now, you can just record the classes and you learn things in different ways organically to what you're seeing. Like there's a million things you could just record, edit it for privacy, and put it online or like put it in a book. But then also like we're so overstimulated now, the constant noise actually fries our attention spans. Like you want to read it, but then you want the balance of like watching the video too, maybe on the weekend or something. But then you like also if you want to do something, you got to prioritize that time and doing it because you can't do that at the same time. So it's like we're making albums for people, and then people that listen to music are actually unhappy or because you're on a pursuit of pleasure. It's like this freaking game, like where you're just chasing the pleasure. But then I'm in a sick body where I can't live my life like that. So I don't know. But I think music all the time is like this game where like everybody's on this chase of pleasure. But then the music's valuable and it's a fun thing to do, so you want that to still be a part of society. And then you know that, where it's like this thing that shouldn't be sometimes because so much hedonism. And then like people are millionaires off of that. And there's a thing where like the hedonism actually makes people less happy, but we have these fake jobs that do the thing that gives the value because you think and nobody needs music. But it's a thing we place value, but also the value of the thing being the thing in the first place, related to the fake jobs here, is because it can be in the first place. And then it just becomes. And everyone buys it because it's part of society. And then they build this habit of doing the thing. Because it's here. So we're just paying for the thing. This is really hard to put into words, and look, it's not that fucking simple. It's like, yeah, it's valuable, but movies are not fucking more valuable than fucking someone starving in Africa so we can have the 14th iPhone, where like people would still make iPhones independently. You could fucking make your own iPhone probably in a week if you had the exact materials. You need someone to deliver the materials. And like people would still do these materials because these are essential services, so they would do it independently. Or we could have a system where like we have certain people doing things, but then people can avoid jobs and they're on the run their whole life. But we could have a system where you can't do that, where like it's actually fair, where like if we want to make like yes, each other is all we have, where we have a system where like yes, sometimes we do need to depend on each other, but then you have an idea where like negates that. Or you can build your own farm, but we could also come together when someone needs it. Or if there's a fucking problem, say we have indoor farms everywhere, and like there's an area where like someone like then you need cops in that too. Like there are certain jobs that are, but that's also not real because the AI could weed it out. It's like AI is replicating what we do until it gets to that point, but the human intuition, there's a thing. But then also with the cop thing, if the world went back to like say there weren't cops, people wouldn't feel as safe. Even if we had safety boots, we wouldn't have like this authority where people go around in guns, but with defending us. But the game too with the species of life, where like you look at the hierarchy of people, like even cops and that. Like if people don't respect you as much or don't think you're intelligent, the lawmaker is above the law. That's not even the quote. Like the person doing the crime is above the law because you can't beat them. You can't stop them. So like there's this game where like if we make all these independent things, there's so many things happening moment to moment where it's not as simple as like this is happening. Like if we had a safety booth and a certain person had like dementia or like had like a certain like insecurity with themselves or like gesticulation where like they can't get in the booth. There's the network of everything I'm feeling too, where we don't go into bravery, but we still need to get away sometimes. But also that it seems like you aren't in that position when you're not. It's like there's so many things happening with this network of humans I've noticed where like women are more prone to getting scared and like fumbling when they could save themselves, and that's why there's like this constant evolutionary game where they need a man, a human species person to protect them. Because it isn't as simple as like putting a wall here. Because humans are clever enough to think of things. If there is a breach for it, they'll get through it. This is fucking like this is really deep thinking. Like, this is what I mean about the fake jobs. Where like this shit is scary to me because I've known about the fake jobs my whole fucking life, and I'm watching everyone just do shit above what's happening. Where we have these fixes for things, but they exist on this 1% plane where like not everyone knows it, or you know it. In every room you go in, this I look crazy now, but every room you go, like it's making me to think. Every room you go in, like brains are exposed, and like you're getting pulled around by everybody. If you're like, I'm in this sick body where like I'm on this plane where like I'm not around now. I'm just pulled around by everybody. Because I'm in a sick body. I just tried to cover my belly. There was a thing with the shirt off too, where it's like like even nudity and that, I'd walk down the street naked like that shit and that. But I get the game of that, and that's not that. You can wear clothes, that's fine. And that's a petty thought where it's like we even wear clothes, which is funny. And like everything covers up, and then most people's desires are related, like unawarely related to sex, but you can change your brain to where it isn't. But there's a game with that where like people are like wired for that, but then we wear things that cover up the parts that do that, and we don't talk about that because it's like inappropriate to what the game of life is. We're like, there's like this game about this shit that's always happening about this, and then when you mention this, it's so dark that like, yeah, like nothing can like things can be done to like help people look better, but then you want to go to the more, but you can also change people's brains for positivity. Or like you make them not think about it does seem to be around, like you can feel it around you. But I'm curious if you're in a healthy body and you're just doing that. But you could also never be exposed to someone of a different gender. Or like this game with that too, where like you're aware of what you're aware of. Most people know this shit. Everybody knows this shit. There's this game I've noticed with this when I'm in this sick body where like I can't say, but if someone's seen this, it would change everything. That's why this is so good with me being in the sick body. Like we can actually help people. But it's this game where like veganism and like all these things, most things are caused, and like they have a fix, but it's not mainstream. And everybody, like, it isn't that. Like, there's so many things happening in the mind where people are denying things that may be true that they think are true. And then change, and there's fucking everybody's in these different perceptions that are dumber than other people follow, but someone may not have a certain brain that has the ability to even know that that's the right thing to follow. Like, it's fucking nuts. It's fucking nuts. And it isn't as simple as, like, just the follow. Like, there's organic things happening. Like, okay, that person has an awareness about that, and you can see that their brain... This is the end of the video, but this is really important. Holy shit. Ah! Oh my god. Oh my god. No, I don't like this. It's not that I. It's not that I. It's not that I don't like this. Like when I get those, when I got that surge thing that I just got. Like, I'm like. I can't put that into words really. thinking I look like this is the animal game. I'm thinking I look certain way because I'm trapped in his body. Like it's this animal game where everything's about that. It seems like it's like how you look is projected as the machine you are. Like yeah, like I feel. And then when I say this, I feel like I'm going to the devil. Like I'm stuck in my body, and like I just got really high and I'm on this dopamine detox. Like this is fucked right now. I sound different, but I'm like trying to make myself sound a certain way because I'm deformed. As I get sicker, bro, there's like this game here, like there's like this fucking game. Like I'm deformed and I'm like hearing it, but then I'm like trying to, but then you can't embrace it when you're in the. This is really dark. I don't want to say this is like superficial stuff that I'm thinking. It's not superficial, but it's something I'm feeling that I do not know what to believe because I'm in a sick body. Like, I sound retarded. Like, I don't know if most other people think this shit. Like I'm literally stuck in my body. Like, I've always been stuck in my body. Like, and there's tons of other people that go through things in other ways. Like my friend Jesse, like he said to me, like he was surprised when I said I never feel good. Because most people do, like I'm in a sick body and I'm like dancing around this like superficial game with him right there too. Like I don't know what to do with that. But like he would say I never felt good, but like with what he went through, like certain things with how he looked. That. But like I don't know if he actually went through it. Like I'm like projecting. I don't know what to believe with this shit. And then I just said that I'm like dancing around the like vulgar truth of shit. It's like, but I'm curious, like people that are in healthy bodies, like what is it like? I'm in a sick body. It's like I never. Like there's a thing I can't explain about this. That's really hard for me to explain because I'm in a deformed sick body. Like it's like I'm lying right now. Like I'm not saying it's like like it is because I'm in this ugly body, and I'm not saying every single thing I'm thinking. Or it's like if I say the unfiltered shit, like I'm like it's like I'm fake right now. It's like I'm trying not to say the truth of what's happening, or like how you look is a big deal. But then I'm like going back to the cerebral aspect of life. I feel stuck in my body, like, cause I just lost my stream of consciousness. It's like it got delivered and then I lost it. But I don't know if it's kind of like, but then I'm thinking like I'm feeling God bring that to me right now. But then I'm also like smart where I'm thinking that's not true because I'm in a sick body, like, and it's not coming to me. I feel like I could choke and die right now. I'm getting this feeling of movement, like, and it feels like a candy cane. Oh, yes. It's like this feeling when I was a kid where, like, there's, like, it's like they're pouring hot chocolate in your face. That's not at all how I want to say that. But there's, like, this fucking, like, feeling it's like a hot rod. Like, no, it isn't. It's like the gates, it's like hell. And there's like organicness of the bones moving where it's like, I can just feel it because I'm dying. Like I am like in this deformed body. I don't like, there's a thing with like being in the deformed body too where like, how people look is like this big aspect of everything. But like my friend says like he doesn't think I'm as sick as I am, which I am dying and I am as sick as I think I am. But like, he doesn't think that, but I'm projecting this thought about that. Where like I'm thinking, it like puts you in this mode too. Like I think those are gunshots, but they're fireworks. But I'm aware of that.